25, 26, and 27. And today we use my tarot spread of the Temperance Angel and the Art of Alchemy. I mean, this is not completely my own, but I have made it my own in the sense that the card selections and how I want to use it. Interestingly, this is a general reading of God time reading. You can see it anytime. We are currently living interesting times. Full moon in Sagittarius is coming, which brings us a theme of the angel, as the Sagittarius has the Temperance Angels as the major arcana card. So this is definitely now dedicated to Sagittarius full moon, but also tomorrow, 9th of June, there starts the new cycle of the Jupiter in the sign of Cancer. And this is said to be like a big shift to this kind of very emotionally beautiful 1 year when the family and the true love and all this is in focus. Prasan Sharma. Hello, Shadow Sister. God bless you. Maybe you have been waiting me. I had to postpone this reading for 30 minutes because every time I call to my mom, like I just lose the time, and I had to write all these Divine Comedy cards, and then I was like, oh my god, I'm not ready yet. So I had them on the computer, but I had not them on the text what I'm using here in this room. Anyway, here we go. But how about you, Prasan Sharma? Do you have any news about your studies? Have you passed? Have you some positive news to tell us? There is this kind of very lucky period starting with the Jupiter always having, like now the communication was in focus in the Jupiter year of Gemini, while next is this kind of more emotional year is coming with the style. Okay, Prasan Sharma, no result is not revealed yet. Okay, maybe it's happening soon. This is said to be this year's most important astrological day. Oh my god, this seagull is really like flying here. I always notice these birds flying, and now when I was just like talking about how we are having currently this astrological like a highlight of the year that's happening tomorrow. It's not only the Jupiter in Cancer, there's all kind of stuff that if I would be astrologer, I could be able to tell you like this, but I mean reading the list of things are happening tomorrow. So maybe your results are soon coming as well. So things are starting to move. But also tomorrow, yes, things are definitely starting to move, because I'm gonna start to do the 6 first star sign full moon readings. So tomorrow also, Leo, Prasan Sharma, your sign is the full moon reading. So I will do readings from the Aries until Virgo tomorrow, and then Tuesday from Libra to Pisces. So I do 6 each day. Anyway, let's introduce these piles. I'm always almost gonna take a 2 big cake to eat, because this reading is really aiming to be this kind of alchemy reading, where we are dealing the devil. So let's introduce the Bible. So we have today a devil number 1 is this King of Pentacle, and this is Tahiti. This would be the devil we are now working on to find the hidden gold. Anyway, it was funny. I already took this kind of Hawaii theme when I pulled this card, so it was interesting. This was totally matching to these icons. Anyway, this is pile number 1. Then we have Ansuz rune. Anyway, we have this kind of devil is always no, and kind of shadow work in the readings, and temperance is yes, and this kind of angel. So we are starting from this, but we are turning this reading into this kind of higher powers. So anyway, your first devil is this King of Pentacle. Then you have solar plexus chakra. Now we don't have postcards today, but today's feather is this for the pile number 1. And then there's this pile 11, inspired realization. See where your efforts take you. This is the Aloha card. You can already see. And you got also Divine Comedy related deck. Oh my god, there's this kind of fly flying here. I hope it's not gonna appear on the screen. Summer and flies. Then in pile number 2. Devil number 2 is 3 of Swords, Royal Belgian Row Federation. Interesting, I think this is the 3rd time this guy shows up here. Maybe somebody is really pedaling here something. Or some emotional heartbreak issues are on the hand. Anyway, this is pile number 2. There is a root chakra related So Below deck. Root chakra also here. Very, root chakra is very connected to mother, so it's very full moon related crystal. Actually, it's interesting to see it here. Then we have this black feather. And number 8, your body talks to you. Listen to the story your physical self is sharing. This is pile number 2. And then we have pile number 3. We got the devil number 3 is a 9 of wands. Procession of Saint Guidon. It's interesting, I've been using this Mannequin P deck all the time in my Divine Comedy reading. So this guy had been here before. If you wanna have a memory line reading, you could search some of the reading this has been before. But now it's representing the devil number 3. Then we have a Othala rune. And we have a erotic fantasy tarot because of this kind of sexual healing related crystal, sacral chakra, carnelian, and this kind of feather, and this aloha 14 generate shifts phase into a new dynamic. 14 is of course temperance numbers. Just when I saw this I was like, okay, interesting, those elements are happening. Because 9 I think was something to do with also Sagittarius or Jupiter. So I mean this is very like this kind of standing out to me, something to do with Sagittarius energy. Anyway, so this is now what else I can see. Maybe we talk a little bit intro now about the alchemy. So the alchemy is the science of poetic revelation. In alchemy, everything matters. Every ingredient, every little instance is an opportunity to witness divinity in the material. And Kim Krans has said it, who is the maker of this deck. Is very interesting deck we're going to use today. We will have the primo material taken from this alchemy cards. And in the same book, she was had like guidelines about doing the alchemy. And she said, your tools reflect your mindset. Everything is alive. Energy is visible. Train your eyes. Nature is a teacher, and the truth is in the material. So indeed, when I have all this material, there is some kind of message, like a Marshall McLuhan is saying, medium is the message. Same, like the message is already in this material that I'm using. Like for some reason, I use now this kind of feathers. These are also gonna be in the star sign readings. Every star sign has the feather as well. It was not just showing to the icon, but it is there already pre-selected. And in the zodiac reading I'm gonna make, the wild card that I wanted to have this kind of meaningful card pulled into the reading itself. In this time it will be like a devil card. It will be the Mannequin P deck. So that is also some kind of highlight of my zodiac reading now. That's the last one of this summer because I will have a 2 months break of any reading. After 22nd of June, yes, because this Divine Comedy is still in that. But point is, this will be an interesting moment. Like we will see in the reading live what Mannequin P card you will get, and that is like the starting point of the reading then. And now, what else I can say? I think we start by number 1. Are you excited? Bring you pretty complicated spread today. It's like always challenge for me too. So I know it takes a long time. Sometimes I think like, oh, I should do things a bit easier for myself, but I'm kind of excited of this kind of research, or like how I say, like investigation. What's going on? What's going on? Let's have this angel here. So we start, number 1, we start reading the Divine Comedy. Of course, we start all with that. So this is feather. I don't know, maybe I show this feather. And so 25 chapter if you have selected by number 1. Okay, Prasant is excited. Yes, we're gonna have an alchemy today. Let's make magic happen. It's only taking action, things happen. So magician is the action maker. Anyway, so Divine Comedy Paradise 25 is about hope. Dante contemplates the dim possibility that he might someday see Florence again. That is where he was born. The soul, because he is in exile from his dear beloved city, the soul of St. James approaches wishing to examine Dante in the virtue of hope. It's kind of like Dante is having now the last exams. It's kind of very fitting, Prasan, that you had your exam, but this is not exam about hope. Beatrice speaks up on his behalf, affirming that there's no Christian on earth more filled with hope than Dante. Dante replies that hope is the first firm expectation of coming glory, and that it's been distilled in him by the Psalms and James' own epistle. Dante further explains that he hopes for what Scriptures promises, friendship with God. Yes, in the last reading I had written it somehow wrong. It was a Saint James we were talking about already there, and I said like Saint Janus, like I don't know why, but I don't think they are connected. Who knows if they are, but this is now Saint James being the teacher here. Dante interprets hope in terms of perseverance through suffering for the sake of God's reward. At the end of Paradise 25, Dante stares at the light of Saint John, another saint, trying to ascertain whether Saint John already has his body prior to the last judgment and to the general resurrection of the flesh. He is wondering whether Saint John, as some said, was assumed to heaven in flesh when he died like Christ and Mary. As he were staring at the sun in an eclipse, gazing at Saint John causes Dante to go blind. In the last verses of Paradiso 25, the pilgrim is like someone who, wishing to see, becomes sightless. I think sometimes this can be when I read this and I wrote this, I was starting to think like, when you hope something really to happen, it's so subjective thing that it kind of colors it. You have then this kind of filter on, like you cannot see clear. You should always aim to be objective about whatever readings I'm also gonna make. I should never be too subjective, because then you're not seeing. Like you see when you see the whole. You should aim to see the whole, not to be stuck on the detail. But indeed, if you hope and wish something very hard, you might be really like this kind of one-eye focus. And maybe this is some message for Prasan too, that just relax and start to see the whole big picture, and the answers will come. Eventually, you have to kind of trust and be hopeful. Yes. Anchor is often also like a symbol of the hope. So having anchor, like a boat has an anchor, it is important to, I don't know where this comes from, but like anchoring yourself, whatever is the anchor, it's important. Not to be like drifting apart or something, but the hope can be that anchor. So let's see first this card before I go into this pile reading. So this will be your advice, inspire realization, see where your efforts take you. 11 is always a nice manifestation number. We have a planet here, which is Mercury. Spiritual, the awareness of mental, many thoughts about, from physical, many words. Very Gemini-like energy also. There was some Mercury aspect even active now. Was the Mercury also in Cancer? There was something about it. Anyway, it's here. So communication is definitely important in this pile. Maybe we see more understanding of creation. 39. So this is the Queen of the Moon Oracle. This could tell something what's happening here now in this alchemy. Creation. And then angel card. I had to have an angel card because it's a Sagittarius moment. Gratitude list. Counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. What and who are you grateful for right now? Keep focusing upon gratitude and you will discover the amazing generosity of this universe. Okay, it's a very good advice to focus on that. So let's start. This is now that alchemy spread. Having like a cauldron. I was almost gonna take this kind of cauldron candle here, but I thought it was a bit too dangerous. We have this peony candle here, but we are So I think first thing first, we have definitely this is presenting the devil here. We are gonna pull now the first step of alchemy, Nicredo, decomposition. What is to broken down into its part? What you need to confront? So of course this is already showing kind of this energy there too, but now we have a card from this deck. What we are looking into closer to work with. This kind of devil card is now here as well. This one. Then with this deck still we're gonna look into the light. So this would be the Temperance Angel. This is on the third position. Maybe I go in order. Okay, this next thing, the shadow, comes with this. So the second alchemy stop is I'm gonna use this Leonard Tarot deck for every single reading. So second step of alchemy. Which parts are essential? What treasures can you find in this journey? This is like the moon. Kind of hidden from you. What parts are not essential? What treasures can you find? Can be also a bit like golden treasures now. Hey, Girl of Wake Up Podcast. Greetings. Yes, excited. This is pile number 1. Alchemy happening. We're looking to change this devil to more angelic light being. Okay, this is now that part. And then the third point is, then we put this material in the middle. Third step of alchemy, what is Citrinitas, awakening. What I need to bring to consciousness, what needs to be illuminated. This is totally like that angel, hallelujah, is coming here. And this was about that deck. Now we have still the psychic of the heart. We will get this total light. We get a rubedo, culmination. Final step of alchemy. What is the final product? What is the center work and its influence in your life? This one. And yes, I think maybe the other piles I start immediately with this materia, but this is now the materia here. We are having this kind of processes, but this is the materia in between. So we have the prima materia 1, prima materia 2, and 3. And actually I forgot to read about the Ansuz. Still, before we go to turn these cards, I have to mention what we are dealing with this pile already with this Ansuz rune. So if Jessica, you missed the Divine Comedy reading like text for pile number 1, they all have a chapter now, just 25, and about hope. And this Ansuz is about element air and is about communication, understanding, and inspiration. Animal is wolf. Taros is the death card, the Emperor. Astrology, moon in Capricorn, sun in 4th house, and Mercury. Ansuz symbol represents Odin's mouth and Aries actually. And the magic that comes from communication. Interesting, you had already this Mercury on the table. There's really like a communication aspect somehow here is present. Naming a thing correctly can give power over the thing. Therefore, an ancient tradition, incantations were often used to dispel malevolent spirits, break psychological bonds, and bind demons. Ansuz is the rune of creative expression. It shows us the power of language, passing down the knowledge of the ancestors from generation to generation through the spoken word. This rune represents both spiritual and worldly power, clarification, and truth. For this reason, lesson in life must be learned truly in order to attain wisdom. And in Norse mysticism, the rune Ansuz corresponds to the one-eyed wanderer Odin. His personality combines the qualities of shaman, chief, warrior, and sage. It is said that the wandering god often mingled with people to examine and observe them. When doing so, he wore a long grey cloak, walked slightly bent, and lowered his face to learn about life and the world unrecognized. Wow, this pile is getting like, we are turning the devil into the god, but here it's almost like there is this kind of powerful person wearing kind of mask to fit in, to then like sneak some common knowledge from the everyday life. Like it is interesting, whatever is comes here. Now let's see what is the devil. We already had a King of Pentacles. There's usually like a Midas touch person. It's able to totally keep everybody safe, but that safety is somehow in the devil position. So maybe some leaderships is now questioned. There's already this Odin like a sneaking around, like what is going on with this like a masked person, Batman on holiday. Here we have, okay, judgment. Okay, so if this Odin was there already judging people, there is also judgment card. Interesting. Very high energy. Last judgment. Was it mentioned in my Divine Comedy? Even in one of the chapters it is mentioned now. Was it in the first one? Let's see. It was. The one that was wondering if the Saint John already has his body prior to the last judgment and to the general resurrection of the flesh. And then he go blind. I start thinking about some kind of leaders that we cannot see clear. That's the devil here. Some leaders are like fooling us for some reason. They're blinding us, kind of like a propaganda. That could be the devil here. We are now dealing it. Judgment card is definitely something like some boxes need to open. some examination of the situation has to be done, like what has happened here, what's going on here. That is now here. And I think before we go any further, I think we have to see the prima material first. I think I have to see that before we go any further. So we see material number one is chaos. Okay, the world is in the chaos. Bad leadership. And then we have gold. Okay, so very related to the money, like a money king. Money runs the world. Okay, and then we have the red and white rose. This very spiritual thing. This is the materia here. Judgment. I have so much read these cards before. The chaos is interesting sentence. Maybe I don't even have to read all of it. I just point out what is the beautiful wisdom about that. Where we have it. 51. I like the fact that you as a listener, you can also make your own like a doomsday predictions about this. Definitely things have to be spoken about. We have this Mercury here on the table. The chaos, the prima materia in this pile is massa confusa chaos, disoriented, spinning, groundless. When an alchemist sits in their laboratory amidst the presence of massa confusa, something miraculous is bound to occur. That's because this card, this state, is so powerful and all-encompassing that it typically overwhelms the student to the point of despair. Such is the nature of chaos. It is the grand trickster, the topsy-turvy confusion that turns life on its head and spins a web not even the wisest mystic can untangle. Baffling, yes. Disorienting, yes. But the seasoned alchemists recognize it as the most potent point in the alchemical experiment. Wait, observe, do nothing. It is destiny itself that spins the web. Clarity will emerge one strand at a time. Your only task is to breathe. Do not struggle. The three fates hold you in their sight as you free fall towards freedom. Yes, it's really this kind of like, if you get tangled into kind of like a situation like you will be in the spider web, you have to just become so heavy on your body, like kind of like who you are, like ground yourself in the sense that then you drop out of the net because you are just not moving anywhere than all to yourself, and then you're like a stone and you drop out. So there is some wisdom like that, like not fight against the chaos, but just like liberate by just being strongly yourself. And then think of this card as a sister to the void card. They are different expressions of the same life-changing energy. The void is absence and chaos is overwhelming presence. And that was first thing I was already wanting to say. I remembered, like this overwhelming presence can be very hard even. You have to be, as a leader, this is a leader energy here, judgment, somebody is judged here, maybe you even have become in this spotlight, what you have done and your actions, they've been judged, or yourself, you're like looking back. For example, this Saturn change now to another like a sign like Aries. It's definitely this kind of like a moment to shift. So you might look the past 2.5 years like kind of like a with a judgment. But then you have to be like accept this kind of overwhelming presence that you're on the spotlight. Like it can be uncomfortable, but accepting all your parts anyway, how you should handle any kind of awakening things. Like that's how you integrate. You have to integrate everything. So not escape, not fight against, but just like take that kind of tension as part of process. Piling existential questions on top of chaos will not help your alchemy. Rather, turn to practices that clear and make space. Meditation is the remedy. Yes. Meditation could be that overwhelming presence, because you do this kind of psychic exercise number 1 that I have in my course content I share now, because I mean, who is even doing this? This is so uncomfortable, but it's part of this. It is, if you do a share exercise, it's very psychic exercise number 1. You sit 30 minutes, don't move anything in your body, you put a timer or whatever that you know that the time has passed, you just sit and like just take that presence. Like there is just a goal to just be meditating for 30 minutes and not move a thing in your body, and you are sitting on a chair, you are not laying down, you are not relaxing, you are sitting on a chair and most likely eyes closed, and whatever comes, you are like you are just a receiver, you are receiving it. And after 10 minutes you will definitely feel this chaos, you will definitely start to feel like, oh my god, this is such a stupid exercise, I'm gonna stop. No, don't stop. You just go through. 30 minutes is nothing in a human life. You just do, and you might get amazing revelations or ideas, or even this kind of film showing you things if you go through it, because then you connect to your right side brain, then you connect to this kind of non-logical brain, and that's what you should do to handle this kind of get the messages, get the lessons. Yes. So there are more people. Ethereal, can you do a love reading for me? Hope you're having a great day. By the way, yes, I'm having. This is a long reading, and this is first pile. So again, the rule is same likely. If you come here in 2 hours, then I'm here asking, does anybody has a question? Because today's reading, the Temperance Angel and the Art of Alchemy, is a long reading. I'm just warning you, and I'm gonna do these readings one by one. We are changing this kind of devil energy that here we see a leader being judged, or there's this judgment day going on. And first in the cauldron is chaos. So something is you are put on the spotlight about what you've done past year or years, and you are made accountable or something, and that this is happening. But there is gold, there is money in the game, so it's worth. There is something very valuable here. because I don't think I read it now. I've read it so many times. This is like inner gold. This is your really like this kind of golden essence. Somebody could say even the golden silence. Sometimes silence is gold indeed. Like if you are doing this kind of meditation exercise, sitting on the chair 30 minutes, you are silent. You're not speaking. You're not speaking to the card. You are receiving. You are like becoming a receiver. I'm also here in this reading. I'm totally a receiving mode here. That's why sometimes my brain is completely like, like not very logical, but somehow I'm able to receive. And I'm trying to do it for you. So here we have, yeah, and this would be like a looking through the eye of storm. So it can be like a feeling of that is happening now here. That's the devilish thing that we are now going into. Something feels like you are dealing with a storm. Like, wow, oh my God, I have to go through this storm. So let's read the third materia, because this gold is very clearly talking about inner gold, this kind of golden essence that you should indeed aim already. I can already say like aim to this kind of inside gold rather than the material gold. This is in the cauldron to remind you it's not all about the material world. Even this is here always like trying to make you value yourself, how much you get paid or something like that. Here we are in the spiritual sacred space, understanding that you have inside soul carry from lifetime to lifetime. The red and white rose. Let's see. It's like a 59. What is it? Yes. I hope you like this reading. This is a challenge for me to make this kind of alchemical reading. We are moving soon this. We look first the material now, but these are in your cauldron now. Vital force, rising awakening. In the laboratory, the merging of red and white is an exquisite moment. It means something is coming to life before the alchemist's eyes. The pristine white of the rose is not threatened by the blood red pigment. The mixing does not make pink. Rather, each color remains vibrantly itself, expressing its message. Like the rod of Asclepius representing health and vitality, the floss sapientum appears to signify the awakening of the physical as a gateway to the spiritual. Without the body, spiritual teachings remain conceptual, not yet integrated into the everyday. This card encourages the alchemist to honor the body as a temple each and every day, observing it, listening to it. We are going back to the chair exercise. I think this was something I had to tell you. So you could do this now. It could be very beneficial for you. Sit 30 minutes still, don't move anything in your body, and just receive. And then write down after what was the message, or what did you receive. But understanding your body is really like this kind of antenna of the spiritual things. So this card encourages alchemists to honor the body as a temple each and every day, observing it, listening to it, mining it for information and guidance. At its height, this card signals a mastery, a uniting of body to serve the soul's purpose, as seen in the like of dancers, athletes, and during the birth process. Yes. In esoteric yoga practices, one may understand this card as a Kundalini rising, or the activation of what in Sanskrit is called the Ida Pingala and Shushumana Nadis. Yes. So, wow, we have all this thing in the cauldron now. Interesting. Valuable things. Even this can be uncomfortable. But if you take it as an overwhelming presence, you can learn something. Now we see the alchemical step number 2, which is which parts are essential now. Okay, 8 of Cups. Okay, this kind of alone journey. This is really like a spiritual journey. This person is walking almost like everybody is going somewhere. As a back to back and having this kind of hike. Maybe I read this directly from this booklet. It can be letting go also, but you need to kind of soul search here, and that's how you are. What treasures you can find. Yes, the spiritual journey happens alone, so this tells something about it. that you have this kind of lonely moment to deal something on your own. This is also related to the kind of Moses going to desert. It's sometimes you really have to kind of like take that kind of spiritual journey. That's part of now of this second alchemy step. Almost like be okay to be alone, like that meditation, any meditation. You are okay to be with yourself. That is definitely here. Travel, pleasant trip, move due to family obligations or work, movement of goods. Traveling could be indeed having another point of view, but this traveling can be also kind of lonely journey. Just changing a scenery could be a thing. Okay, part of third alchemy step is what I need to bring to consciousness, what needs to be illuminated. Now this would be temperance really here. Three of Cups, okay, friendships. So you have to see your connection to others. That you have to understand now what are those healthy relationships, or who are your friends? What are those connections you make? Maybe the gratitude list on the same angle is something to do with like be grateful of all these people who are on your side, or people you meet on your little travel or come across. Somehow like make a note of some important people in your life. That's the third step of alchemy now here, but this was a light. The people in your life can be the light. Yes, and then we go now to the last rubedo, culmination, final step of alchemy. What is the final product? What is this creative work and its influence in your life? Clarity of belief. Wow, what is this? Is this a sword energy? Maybe Ace of Sword. Never had that card before. But that is the last. Nice. Yeah, it's sword. Ace of Sword. This is some kind of truth. We are going from this judgment of this kind of like a money king towards like something that you have to do alone. You have this confusion here, but you have to just be in this kind of energy. Something is awakening inside of you, coming into light, but part of the light is those other people, connection to the people. You have to understand. Even this creation is here very a lonely card as well looking. Maybe there is some text that you read, even some people have written. There's some human connection here. There's this communication thing here, also awareness of many thoughts about from many words. Clarity of belief, okay. This is the final step of alchemy in pile 1. Define, communicate, beliefs, transformation. Great potential is around you to define who you really are at this time in your life and to determine what your beliefs are regarding love and commitment. Discard any outdated ideas about how a relationship should function and what the proper role should be. Decide what you need and what you are willing to give. Different relationships will require different strategies for success. You need to be flexible and open-minded. Bring a breath of fresh air to your way of thinking about love and partnerships. This was already like highlighting the partnerships. This is, you understand how you are can be like a how you are showing up in other people's life too. Or the soul family could be also like who are your people. When you have gained clarity, gently communicate this to the other people with whom you are in relationship. Explain how you would like to see the relationship change or grow and exchange ideas on how each of you might alter your behavior to make this happen. Act upon your new insights and transform your relationships. Okay, so it's judging about the relationship actually here happening also. This is really authoritative person. I think this is highlighting that you have really like you are the relationship with yourself is also one important factor here, because it's always like really like a one person. Start from you. Okay, let's now read this advice. I think I leave this to the end. Okay, this aloha thing I leave in the end, because now I'm gonna verify a little bit. Let's put a little bit more relationship reading this one. I'm gonna have emotional landscape, what's happening also here. We wanna know this culture, what's going on, what is happening. We have here big commitment. So I want to be your hero. Sacred and natural. I think this natural thing is really sacred, natural, something about like you have to kind of, this is also a beautiful butterfly here. This is hero's journey crystal, so it's also highlighting this like you as a hero even, but there is this I want to be your hero, somebody wants to be hero here. Okay, now I read this of aloha. This is the cover of this whole deck. See where efforts take you. This card is a clear sign to move from thinking to acting. You may have been finding unproductive activities to help you avoid tackling what is in front of you. Whatever you have been putting off, it's time to get in and do it. Sometimes fear, vulnerability, or feeling awkward can block you from jumping into action. Once you address these tasks and cross them off your list, there will be space for new activities. You will be ready to create according to your big picture. Aim to have a clear idea of your wants, your needs, and your capabilities, and be ready to take a chance. When you are working to bring something new into your life, be open to whatever may come your way, but keep your task list manageable. Wow, there is this gratitude list also, oh, this kind of list here. So keep the task list clear. Trying to do too much can be a form of sabotage. Each time you complete something on your to-do list, you free your time and energy for greater purpose. This card depicts Laka, the Hawaiian goddess of the forest, and Hula. The light of inspiration seems to be creeping into her psychic space. I read this a little bit of this Hawaiian thing. This card depicts the essence of the goddess Laka, the gentle and kind sister of Pele. At hula events, altars are created to honor Laka with plants and flowers. Laka is also considered the goddess of love. Chants about Laka ask her to bring love and wealth to those who bid for her blessings. Laka association with plants makes her goddess of vegetation. She is connected to the nourishing elements of sunlight and rain and the blessings they bring. Healing herbs are Laka's gifts to humans. She is best known for developing the hula and gifting this dance to her devotees. Although it was Laka's present to the Hawaiian people, many cultures now appreciate this dance. Okay, we one more thing in this pile. I'm already how long busy again? 44 minutes. Current feelings of a person. We're gonna have this magical box. Chandru, hello Sado. Hope you're doing yes. 1 week ago was my birthday. Now I'm kind of happy of the June, what's happening all the way. This is current feelings of a person. But I have big readings to make because I have tomorrow all the first 6 star signs. I'm going to use this alchemy reading spread also there. So I could have do less, but I want to do that because that will be, oh my god, the seagull is sitting here next to me. So what is this bird wanting to say me? Now they're flying there. Anyway, these full moon readings will be then, and then will be the Divine Comedy last reading in 22nd of June, and then I have like a 2-month break and I don't post anything here, so I do now a lot. Girl Veka Possa say happy belated birthday, yes. Sandro, don't tell me it's June 2nd. If so, then it was my brother's. Yes. Now it's 8. Now it's already 8. But and I used to have a magical cat, and it was born in 8th of June. But that cat unfortunately died long time ago. Thanks to a cat sitter, I'm still not over it. Anyway, let's see the current feelings of a person. My blackjack, my magical cat, black cat, died in 2013. Yes, long time ago. But he was born 8th of June. Okay, here. Yes, you. Every breath you take, every move you make, every step you take, I'll be watching you. You are powerful dragon. This is the police song. I mean, almost showing like somebody is really keeping eye on you. Person. There's also you are enough. Then there is shadow work. Show me all parts of you that you don't love, so I know where to begin. I could dance the night with me, Dua Lipa. Barbie, baby, you can find me under the lights. Diamonds under my eyes, turn the rhythm up. Don't you wanna just come along for the ride? That's the moment I shine. Energy. Barbie, okay. Then we have here Arcade Fire, Everything Now. Every song that I ever heard is playing at the same time. It's absurd and it reminds me we got everything now. Future is so bright. Let's wear sunglasses. There's a 19th sun. Okay, very party mood feelings of a person, but you are wanting to have this clarity, and maybe it means a little bit that you are taking this kind of alone steps. This alchemy here showed. The money is in the pot, so some money matters are here also, but even the alchemy energy was here. So this was your first reading. Yeah, Sandra said happy birthday, Sandra. Yes, I'm always very happy about the June starting, because in my family it was said like the whole summer starts from 1st of June. Like in Finland the school ends then, and it's like then it's summer. But of course some other people see the summer starting in the midsummer. That's soon too. But for me the summer started 1st of June. That's me. Okay, let's see now. This is a long reading, oh my god. Always have to clean this table too. Oh my god. Stay. So, I hope I could do this faster. It is a slow process. This card can come again. And this. Okay. Oh, yeah. Getting ready for the pile number 2. Have you liked the alchemy reading? This is because there is this Temperance Sagittarius energy, is totally the angel energy. I thought now we are doing alchemy. We have to learn to do alchemy. Maybe, who knows, I will have 2 months time to think, but maybe I will focus more on this kind of alchemy subject, because it's such a beautiful thing how you can kind of have an active approach to your life, change it for better. Magician is always taking action. And interesting, you got as a last light in the pile number 1, there was an ace, so magician always work with ace, so it's very nice to see. Taking action is what you need to do. This is now pile number 2. Oh yeah, I didn't verify, but okay. Sometimes we don't do that. Okay. And where are you? We have pile number 2. Always a lot of cards. I'm kind of greedy. Root chakra energy, very much I see this connected to full moon because of mother energy. But This is a crystal of potent energy as a mother, nurturing feminine energy, but the downside is a victim mentality, that you are like a just victim of everybody doing something. So be this kind of parent to yourself, and that's a good thing. Take care of basic needs. Isa, something icy is here. We have a black feather also, a little bit kind of like a dark energies as well. We have a third dark in the sense like a three of swords. This is third time this Royal Belgian Rove Federation has appeared here, and this is representing the devil in your reading now. Whatever is this stab in your heart, we're gonna alchemize it. Is somebody here having heart issues? This is totally like a somebody would have this kind of safety and security that needs to be healed. Black feather is also kind of beautiful. It's really, I think about the crow. Let's see this card. So this will be advice. Your body talks to you. Listen to the story of physical selfish sharing. We have a planet, which is Pluto. Okay, dark energy again. Spiritual resurrect. Mental get to the heart of. Physical do or die, you must. This is kind of very like a hard energy, like, oh my god, Pluto. The god of the underworld is here, and we have here devil. We have all like a... But there is this wisdom that you can see your body in your shadow in your body. Your body shows the shadow. So you could observe what's happening in your body. That's the good thing about meditation. You're always observing kind of like how you feel. But that is here very strongly now, this kind of Pluto, sex and rock and roll and power games. Somebody might got hurt in those games. Okay, Queen of the Moon Oracle is trust. Still, trusting is a powerful force, whatever is happening. Somebody should be trusting. A kind of parent energy is here as well. The angel is power of prayer. Give this situation to God for uplifting and healing, and be open to miracles. Heaven's unlimited resources, love and answers are awaiting your prayers. Be sure to act upon the divine guidance God gives you in response to your prayers. Okay, so in the pile number one, it was mostly message I was giving that you have to kind of listen to the card, not speak. But here you have to kind of start speaking to the card, like I start asking stuff. Like the prayer is speaking, having the conversation. So what you could kind of say, like, yes, I need this. Listen me. I tell you only once. I wanna have this, or I wanna you hear me now. Let's see the Dante stories. This is the 26, Divine Comedy, and the Black Feather. Love bites and Adam speaks. Son John reassures Dante that his sight will be restored. Yeah, Dante was losing the sight in the last episode. Then San John questions Dante regarding his soul's goal, and Dante replies that it's Christ, the beginning and end of love. John asks how he aims at this goal. Dante replies that besides scriptures and philosophy, God's goodness itself sets love on fire, drawing him towards it. In medieval biblical interpretation and iconography, John was associated with direct vision of God, itself understood to be the highest experience of love. Dante's understanding of love also connects with his emphasis on the functions of the intellect throughout that more one seeks God, the greater one's desire for God. Dante says that his love and charity results from all those things whose bite can bring the heart to turn to God. He says there is 3 bites. First bite is the words existence and mine, like his own existence. The second bite is the death that he sustained, that I, like he is the Christ, that I might live. And the third, which is the hope of all believers, the eternal glory. Dante also asks questions from Adam that appears in front of him. Adam explains that, I mean, the questions were something, but I just say the answer. Adam explains that he lived in Eden only for 6 hours, lived on earth for more than 900 years, and spent more than 4,000 years in hell before Christ freed him to go to heaven. Eve was expulsed from garden because she was disobedient, not just because she tasted the forbidden fruit. The language he spoke in the Garden of Eden has long since become extinct. So there was all those questions like, what was the language there? What happened to the Eve? Anyway, that was, we got to know some answers. A lot can happen in 6 hours in the Eden, looks like. It was a short. Indeed, who knows how long it takes to break a heart? It can be like a little moment. Maybe that's the message here, like you never know, like when it appears like some hardship in your life, it appears out of nowhere, but of course it was in the making or something, but still the moment can be brief when you have that pain, but the pain stays, and it stays in the body stays shocked, even 4,000 years in hell. It's like, wow. Okay, let's not laugh about it, but this is now the start. Let's start this whole spread this time putting the prima materia first. And actually I didn't read the Isa rune, I have to read it also. Let's drop to the floor. Oh my god. Things were dropping. A little mess here, but anyway. Let's make that Isa first. You have heard it many times, this has been before. But something meaningful, the reading comes alive in your own head. So somebody needs to hear the story of Isa. It's the alphabet I, element water, and the deity are the frost giants. It's about clarity, stasis, challenges, introspection, observing, patience, and waiting. Animal is a polar bear. Color is white and black. This is connected to bodily fluids and psyche and nerves. Tarot is a hermit card. Astrology, sun in Cancer, moon in 10th house, Saturn and Virgo. Isa means ice and stands for the spiritual standstill. Ice is associated with the season of winter. The snowy landscape brings silence over the land. It's time to go inward into oneself. The power of ice is directed to concentration, clear thoughts and calmness. Yes, that's about it. So there is some kind of overall energy, winter, this alchemy. Okay, let's start. We start now this Art of Alchemy. We put the prima material on the table. What is happening here? Shantru say, wow, is it meaningful? No, one is here. Two. What is the third one we are having here? Okay. Then we start. This is already showing your devil, the heartbreak. There's something about the stabbed heart. But we are gonna heal it now. Gonna heal it. Step one of alchemy is the nigredo, the composition. We are looking in the compost, like what are the elements there, the dark parts, broken parts, what you need to confront in the compost. Indeed, compost is a good metaphor. I have liked that myself too, because things eventually start to grow from there. Even whatever you put into compost, it starts to bloom eventually. So now we look into the compost. There is this devil. Then we see more about the darkness. We see with the moon. Second step of alchemy. Which parts are essential? I feel there's more. Oh my god, this. And then we continue. We see third step of alchemy. This is like a temperance angel position. We put more light. What I need to bring, we are balancing things in our consciousness. What needs to be illuminated. And then we have the final light culmination, final step of alchemy. What is the final product? What is the creative work and its influence in your life? Oh my god, 2 cards. Okay. Okay. Same stuff happening, a different story, but this heartbreak is about loss. Somebody has a lot of pain because somebody has lost a person, or like there is a heartbreak, there is just this grieving heart. Indeed, in the grief lives in the heart, it's really like a too watery. It would need more fire, I would say. But everything is like a dampen it. There is just tears. That is now here. Lot of dark feelings here. Let's read the story. Somebody's sad. I mean, already this black feather was telling about like a loss, like somebody could have died or you lost an important person. It's not a white feather, it's a darkness came with a loss. Like lights went off. So 5 of Cups. Things did not work out as this woman had hoped. Her expectations were not realized. Unfortunately, this does happen in life from time to time. Mourning is like calling to the divine. It can come to comfort and heal. And this can be reactions to the loss and grief. That is the devil here now. We have indeed this Royal Belgium Row Federation was already this kind of rowboat going to the deadlands. It's a hard time to deal this stuff. Somebody you lost, somebody you loved. Now let's see more into this. This was a compost about the sadness. And so which part are essential now? I think before we see that, we see the the material here. We are having an alchemy thing in the cauldron. The person who it is a grieving person, sad person. But what is the material here in transferred? Okay, lead. This is also like a black and white. Very prima materia. We have a summer. Interesting that you have a winter here, but you have a summer in your pot. So there's something good in the sense like there's both. There's again like if this is black and white, here we have a winter and summer, we have both in the sense too. And then we have a mystical sister, Sorrow Mystica. Very interesting this too. This kind of dark energy is here. I think you need to hear all the stories. I want to be like a generous about this pile. This pile needs a lot of like a healing. So let's read all the stories. I know this is going to be long, but story time can be healing. So we have in the pot a lead. Density, weight, and Saturn. And here Saturn gives always lessons. So lead is the first metal. Its properties are heavy, dense, and unwaveringly steady. It is often perceived as the metal that initiates the entire alchemical drive to turn what is base lead into what is noble gold. It correlates to the planet Saturn and its love of rules and structure. On one hand, this card implies a fixed position or burden that may be weighing down the work. On the other hand, lead can arrive just in time to ground a situation to bring an alchemist back to the humble beginnings. Either way, the presence of lead is sobering. We cannot ignore it. The impatient alchemist may be discouraged to see it in the laboratory, as it reminds us of how far we have to go. Approach this card with reverence for the ongoing process. And you should ponder the stability of the anchor. Interesting, the anchor was given in the first pile also, just me saying it that this was so connected to hope. And now here it was mentioned again. I think you should not give up hope. If things are hard, things are clearly hard, you have to anchor yourself, ground yourself. And the lead was also known as the sleeping giant of alchemy. It is said to contain its own secret and solution. Ponder how you can awaken this intelligence. There is a solution hiding in this. Even it feels like overwhelming. Then we have a summer as a season, and we have currently summer. So this tells me even the Federation, this is totally like a summer activity that you could be canoeing, kayaking somewhere, or like a subboarding or whatever this is happening here. Rowing a boat. Summer is now. So what is now in this alchemy is really now. This current season seems to be important. What you're doing in your summer. Fullness, vitality, sensuality. To experience summer is to be embodied. The summer air kisses every crevice of our body, opening us up in ways long forgotten. Lust, desire, laughter, sweat, physicality, these are all expressions of summer's fullness shining through. When this card appears, know that the senses are heightened and the work is nearing full expression. It may feel as though things are electrified or about to burst. Keep in mind that like all the alchemical seasons, summer will soon pass. For now, everything in your narrative is fleshed out and the story has just another chapter or two until it begins again. So revel in this time of ripening and rhythm, celebrate, gather, connect. Whether the season is literal or metaphorical, let yourself be swept into the pulse of these hot and heavy nights. Yes. And here is to ponder what is all ripening, and that is often in Divine Comedy also was mentioned in the Inferno. Like everything that was not right was like bad and evil. So celebrate the things that are ripening, like what are ready. Like yes, you might be a process, working process, some emotions and all, but certain things are ready, and certain things are ripe. And summer is the season when you are like, you could really taste this ripe fruits and all cherries and all strawberry, like this strawberry moon is called, even the Sagittarius full moon. Like enjoy this kind of fullness. Okay. Then we have a sort of mystica, so we have like a little bit indeed sadness is here, like a summertime sadness. This Lana Del Rey song could be the soundtrack of this pile, but still, deep is good. It's not bad actually. Mystical sister. It's 50. I'm also wearing, you don't see, but I have a butterfly shirt on. Sacred Ali Anima Outreach. Just when you thought you could traverse the alchemical path by yourself, Sorrow Mystic appears. This card indicates a dear friend or sacred ally holds you in their heart at this very moment. With their support, you're able to do what you cannot do yourself. Between you exists an alchemical pact based on the ingredients of respect, honesty, and unconditional love. It's as if you've known each other for many lifetimes. You may have shared an experience from which you are always bonded. This archetype may come in any gender, age, or form. One distinct characteristic of Sorrow Mystica is that they practice the art of witnessing and listening. They have no need to judge, fix, or give advice. Presence is enough. When this card appears, tend to the flame of friendship. Be a mystical sister to another. And to ponder to those who have helped you. Let's see. These are now the prima material in your pot. It's definitely sad undertone, but maybe you need indeed to let some part of your life. Now we see the second alchemy step. Which parts are essential? Okay, we have a 5. Again, 5 energies, totally change energy. Things should change. 5 of Wands is a chaos energy. It is like arguments with people. Here is really like somebody is like a put it down. Maybe we read this little story. Oh my god. To full window Save. Let's see. So this is now essential to see those arguments. You're part of quarrel, misunderstandings, heated discussions, problems with friends, relatives, or acquaintances. That's the darkness here too. And the second. Okay, and then is the justice in the form of the number 8. It is in this deck. 8 is often the strength card, but here is justice. So yeah, maybe it is really to judge those kind of people around you who are healthy. What treasures you got. There definitely has been something unfair going on here. And now it should be addressed. That's this friend. You need a good friend, not this kind of people who just want to put you down. Oh my god, this is so horrible. Like if some people are like this, you have to go away, not stay in this kind of bad places. Okay. The justice is here. Harmony, equilibrium, regain peace, independence, loyalty, favorable judgment, successful case. Maybe this tells that this is really even somebody could have a divorce here. That's the loss. And there is like a really arguments in the court. And now you will be getting justice. Like there is like a really somebody has to defend you. This could be a friend also, who is like putting balance back to your life. But yes, this thing has to stop. This suffering has to stop. This has to change. Then we have the light. The angel is appearing. And what is that? That is also hard stuff. 7 of Swords. Some paperwork that were wrong. Also somebody has been doing something sneaky behind your back, and now you find out some papers are wrongly done. But this is a light. Third step of alchemy. What I need to bring to the consciousness, what need to be illuminated, yes. Some wrong contracts are here. Something is definitely like unfair here. You have to put stop to it. 7 of Swords. This can be pain. There's a lot of pain on the table, really. Injustice has happened here. The angels see it. Worries, tension. No, that was a different deck. I'm reading from can be worries, but it's a different story here. Here. Trust can be breached in many ways. When we take what is not meant for us, we are behaving in a way that is counter to the truth. Because like attracts like, expressing untruthful energy attracts the same and creates more in the world. Whatever we create, we are responsible for. And someone taking something that doesn't belong to them. So yes, somebody has maybe steal something for you, but this is happening in this sneaky way in the paperwork possibly, but this, or you have signed a contract that binds you, and there's this darkness corner is here really. But you could pray, you could really ask like a help from the angels, because this is like some power games are here with these contracts, really. You are asked to be trustful anyway, not lose that. It's a beautiful quality. Now we see the final step of alchemy, how we can put some justice here. Okay, we have again trust. Wow, how many times? Look, this is mentioned so many times, but this is a full card, of course, but beautiful. The second time that you just have to trust. That's a superpower to be this kind of that new chapter in your life. Full card is always a new chapter in your life, so trust this kind of new chapter is possible. You can have a better start than the old shenanigans that going on or the relationship, but there's also take the lead. So there is this very Aries energy. The 3 of Wands is Sun in Aries. very much like a vision of the future, and then going, like kind of like taking the leap of faith. Yes, with trust. It's very encouraging, this reading. There is definitely hardships here. You're asked to not give up. Long reading, but I'm gonna stick out here. So this is now final product. What is the center, work, and influence in your life? So yes, having a new beginning. Leap there, innocence, optimism, belief, courage. Rejoice, the universe is looking out for you. Now it's time to trust that the path you are on is in fact the right one. Believe that whatever you desire concerning affairs of the heart can be manifested in the proper time and for your highest good. Trusting the universe takes courage, but it also removes the burden of doing it all on your own. When you feel alone in a situation, it can diminish your energy and desire to take action that will improve the situation. This card reminds you that you are not alone. It is also a reminder that positive energy is available to you to manifest what you truly desire. In addition to trust, this is a card of action and opportunity. Once we know that the universe has our back, we are free to take that all-important leap of faith and pursue our dreams concerning affairs to the heart. Put aside any fear, disillusionment, frustrations, or hopelessness, and open your heart to what you desire. Do it now with the carefree innocence you had as a child and expect to receive what you need. Take steps to find love or to improve or strengthen a relationship. Take some risks and maintain an attitude of positive expectancy. Yes, like it can be like you are already doing a result before. So have a positive expectancy that things will work out. It's a good mindset. My mom often said, like, what ends well is well. So it can be a long journey before things end well, but at least there can be this kind of happy ending. You can have that goal. Whether it's a relationship with another person or the relationship with yourself, now is the time to take action. Even a good relationship can be improved. What steps can you take to achieve what you desire? An affirmation. I open myself to giving and receiving love that is for my highest good. But you got also this 3 of Wands. Beautiful. It tells me really these are both very Aries card. I don't know if Jessica is here, but these are both very Aries card because in old astrological understand the astrological year started in the April, like a 1st of April, that is a Fool's Day, and so the Fool card is kind of Aries card, like a first sign. Even the Emperor card is, but this is also, but it's kind of very much like who you are being attracts the things to you. So being something becomes very important. So if you be now grieving and sad and kind of like a pedaling alone somewhere, very much like a isolation, you have become this kind of like a old times. There used to be even this kind of woman who cried for you, like they came all like a cry for you. I think it was a very healthy thing, like some whole community come to cry with you. Like there was this thing going on in Finland, at least, like people were the crying woman and they would just cry for you. But like this sort of mystic eyes here that made me think this, like there's some kind of way that you could just let it out, the old, cry it out, like for the last time for the full moon or something, like I shout it out somewhere in the hilltop, like ah and then you have a new start, a new vision, and you are really like I commit to this, like not to this is not defining who I am. Now I start to preach a little bit, but anyway, take the lead. Like you can take the lead of your life. You are not a victim here. So what you can do a lot in one day. This is the final step of alchemy as well. Enthusiasm, initiative, grounding, creativity. Strong energies for success are all around you as new opportunities are opening up. Tap into this energy to fire up your relationships and bring you all that you desire regarding matter of the heart. Call down the divine flame to ignite your passion. Yes, fire is totally the Sagittarius energy too. There is a fire here. The moth is coming to the fire. Like you are asked to tend the flame. Like the flame may be watered here, but no, now new fire, new life force. You should use it. Focus. Call down the divine flame to ignite your passion and show you the way to achieve your deepest wishes. Don't wait for the other person to make a move. Take the initiative, be bold. Yeah, I'm really preaching here. Somebody is here. Now is not a time of the status quo. Use this beautiful, fiery energy to explore new possibilities. How can you spice up current relationships? How about learning a new skill with your friend or taking the family on a special vacation? If you're looking for a new relationship, think creatively and try new ways of meeting someone. Step out of your comfort zone and be a little daring. So, be daring. Be not a victim, but a victor. And let's read last things. I have really a lot of these verify cards also. Maybe before we read this, I'm going to verify a little bit here. It's nice to see. Still, to understand more of that sadness, what happened there. What is it? This devilish thing. Now the opposite side of the spectrum, like you are getting over it. How does it happen? Here. Okay, that's also judgment. There are some people here not maybe wishing well. I don't know, what is this? It looks like a group of like a gang members wanting to beat up. What is this trying to tell me? This man here, a little bit like wanting to have a revenge. Oh, interesting. This is a judgment. Maybe we verify a little bit more. Something was unfair for sure. Somebody's angry even. In the grieving process, the sadness can be a deep anger. That's what it is. Yes, you can be really upset when you start to understand like how many years you have even spent sad. Like this is the foundation, whatever it has been can be. Also can be sadness in the sense like you could know nothing about losing the person. Can be even like somebody was died because the lost a person, but this has been unfair. Also, you felt like it was unfair for you. And what is this? Seven of Swords. Yeah, standing your ground. You've been kind of defensive about this. Okay, and then we have this new thing. How much is this? Yes, independent energy. 9 of Pentacles. You know, like you can do it. You can do a lot. Like cultivate the energy like one person can do a lot. It's a lot of power when you set your mind into something. It's very like it's almost 10. Like this is very high. Like able to achieve success. Okay, so this is a new beginning. Can be really like your success part. And what else? We had the emotional landscape. Let's see a little bit more. Lasting forever love. So there is this innocent, back to the innocent. Maybe innocent was lost. That's important value to hold on to. Pure heart. Same thing, like you can indeed this, maybe you felt you lost it, but you can get it still not totally lost. You can trust this kind of things. Elegant. So indeed things can be like a beautiful in the sense that this like beautiful things can be your life. Doesn't have to be like a mess. It can be like an elegant way to deal with a hard situation, for example. Then current feelings of person. Then I read the last Hawaii card, Whispers of Aloha. This Let's see. So, current feelings of your person. Okay, this. We have here the rebel with a cause. Red Riding Hood is very full energy as well in my drawings. Like other drawings, it's present the full the Red Riding Hood. While older twin flame can encourage the younger twin to develop confidence and decisiveness, this is good for personal growth of each twin. The age gap, or maybe I read this wrong order, but the age gap in twin flame union helps to balance masculine and feminine energy within themselves. Younger twin may help older twin to be more vulnerable and express more with emotion. And then it was this said like while older twin flame can encourage the younger twin to develop confidence and decisiveness, this is good for personal growth and each twin also. Then we have I love you, happy Valentine's Day memory year. I can't stop thinking about you. And you are enough. And Bob Marley, if it takes money to be happy, your search for happiness never ends. One love, wish for unity and goodwill. Okay. And Free Me by Nefex. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We can change the world, change times, rearrange them, can take you so far. It is like you lived a few lifetimes. Okay, this is very the strong will, strong mind, very Aries energy. You are called to be like a strong person, like you can do it. I got it. You could have a t-shirt where you are like, I got it. I can do it. Strong will. You can. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Like sometimes indeed one do so much. Was they all? Yes. Okay, so this is pile number 2. It's a kind of long reading. I hope you liked it. Feel like people are a bit silent, but maybe somebody is listening. maybe this alchemy is needed. This is all to process. Sometimes if you get this kind of click, like a puzzle pieces click, maybe it will help you to understand that this is needed, like a new fire. And the summer is the season of fire, so enjoy the summer. Is part of the fun. You could have more joy in your life. After all these sorrowful times, joy can be exactly the medicine. Okay, we are heading towards the pile number 3. Oh my god. Oi. It's interesting for me to see what is coming, but this same spread, even is a long one, I will use it for all the star sign. So we're gonna have alchemy of all the zodiacs. It's a little bit like a high task, but I want to do it. I want to help to see, but in the reading itself we will pull the Manneken card live, so it will be mysterious until the beginning what is coming. You can see the preview of that, those first cards already. I have posted. If you're interested to see already your first card tomorrow reading. Okay, now to clean this all fast. Oh my god, it's a little space here. Okay, this one. This, I don't know. Did I read this body talks to you? I have a feeling like I didn't read it, so I'm sorry. I think I didn't read it. I was like reading everything else. I think I didn't read it, so we are still pile number 2. Still. Good. I know this eventually. Get the last. Maybe we have to see these cards like this. Maybe it's more focused like this. So much to remember. Pile number 2's message is still. Oh, good, I didn't remember it. Listen to the story your physical self is sharing. Your body constantly communicates with you. When you are in mental, spiritual and physical balance, your body expresses full health. Through the demands and changes of life, you may fall out of the harmony with your physical nature. Your body will help you restore balance by communicating with you. When you feel fatigued, cannot concentrate or crave particular foods, listen to your body. It wants to let you know what you need to rebalance. When you pay attention to your body, you can discover how to achieve a healthy equilibrium and improve your life. You may need to slow down, eat more nutritious meals, seek medical support, or get some rest. Honor your physical well-being and it will support your mental and spiritual needs. Celebrate your physical needs by turning meals and relaxation into times of renewal and healing. Beautiful woman dances the hula. Imbibe the color of this image or emulate the position of her hands as you seek restorative peace within. You might sense the healing energy that emanates from her hands and crown. So that was still the last. Good, I didn't forget it completely. Now, last but not least, who is drawn into this devil here? Yeah, having a devil number 3, pile number 3, 9 of Wands. Procession of San Guidon. Looks like a rich guy, but this is connected to Sagittarius energy as well. So maybe it's something to do with this full moon. Or is it? 10 of Wands is Sagittarius. Am I wrong? Now I have to check this. I think it is. It is. It's just like a different. 10 of Wands is the lesson of Sagittarius because it's connected to Saturn. This is something else. Which one is it? I want to check. Sometimes I'm a bit stuck in the detail, but yes, it is Sagittarius moon. So practically maybe I had to show this. Now it's full moon in Sagittarius. And this is moon Sagittarius, this whole energy here. This is completely what we are having here now. Maybe this is really highlighting that kind of energy what we are having this full moon. I wrote anything about this. Yeah, it's just a Temperance Angel is connected, but we are moving this devil to the angel. Okay, so we have a generative shift. Generates. This is also Temperance number. Yeah, I was already saying this, that this pile has some Sagittarius energy going on. True. Okay, let's read now the Dante. Maybe some Sagittarius have picked this pile. This is your feather. Is Sun through here? Maybe this is for you. The Divine Comedy Paradise 27. And this should have a title, but I didn't write. Anyway. In Paradise 27, the pilgrim looks back at the path that he has already traveled, the path that starts on the earth with all creatures and all its multiplicity. In this way, he stresses the importance of the 8th heaven, of the first heaven. The first differentiates the generation of creation. Okay, this was a bit complicated text, right? Anyway, we are in this 8th heaven. That is a generator of creation. This conflating of space and time, calculating distance by measuring time, telling time by measuring space is one of the strong number signals of having moved beyond the space-time continuum altogether. Dante defies the distance he has traveled through the zodiac since he first looked down in terms of the I have written this too fast. I was too fast for writing this. Tracotesi, I don't know. Sailed by Odysseus. Dante names the Greek hero one last time following the canto where Adam's sin was defined. Odysseus performs the role of Adam in Dante's personal mythology. Okay, this is giving a new meaning. Like this is kind of Odysseus guy here. This particular pile. Traveler. In the end of the canto 27, Dante and Beatrice step into next pair of the heaven, the primum mobile. This ninth pair of heaven contains no stars and isn't visible. In fact, it only exists within God's mind, yet it directs the movements of the other spheres by means of love. Beatrice observes that greedy, self-serving humanity does not deserve to dwell in such a perfectly ordered universe. Yes. So we were like having this kind of Odyssean travel compared to kind of Dante's travel. In the previous Sunday reading, there was Orpheus and Eurydice, a little bit similar kind of comparison, like Dante's trying to bring the Beatrice back to life, kind of like Orpheus was trying to bring the Eurydice back to life. Here we have now this Odyssean journey, but it was compared to, like Dante compares this to Adam and Odysseus, like the same thing. Like they both are like sinners who traveled. Here we have, whatever is this, is it Adam or Odysseus, what it is, Dante? This is now the devil we are transforming here. Okay. So the first thing we are gonna see, let's put this, let's put a timer here also. We are putting in the cauldron the prima materia now of this alchemist, last alchemy happening for today. But then of course I'm gonna take the questions from the audience also. There is still a live audience. Thank you for being here. You wanna shout out? Is this reading resonating? It's kind of a lot of cards, but I try to give you alchemical experience of transforming the shadow to the light. Anyway, now we have the prima material in the cauldron. What is it? What is kind of Odysseus guy? Three things. Or, okay, in this case I want to see them first. We have here Quicksilver, great to communication. We have here Splendor Solis, Sun Splendor, and we have here Oil of Vitriol. Interesting. Sacral chakra is of course here. It's also like very connected to this kind of thing I see here. Emperor and Empress enjoying pleasures and not becoming a martyr. Like this person know how to be the king possibly, but this is a devil position, so maybe there is something about them. Hard worker. Things are a little bit hard to carry on alone, because this is often this kind of not giving up, but feeling like that lonely journey. It's kind of heavy. It's not, the work is forever, like you need to have a little break. Let's see now. Ah, yes. Okay, I'm again not noticing. Of course, we have Othala rune. We have to read this. This is the next thing. Ui. Next thing. All meanings can come together. So, I wanted to show you already the prima material and start to reflect what's happening in this alchemical process. Here we have Earth. Odin is related to this deity also. Symbol is home, fortress, inheritance, ancestry and possession, experience, values and traditions. Animal is stork and a whale. Tarot is the world, the sun and the moon. Astrology, sun in Leo, moon in Taurus, moon and Pisces. Othala refers symbolically to the importance of property and ownership. The fortress can also stand for protection and retreat. A house, even temporarily in our possession, represents security and hold. Possession can also be seen as spiritual enrichment. This rune is about rootedness and family ties, as well as material, genetic and spiritual heritage. It is also a rune of protection and privacy, but also of one's identity. I'm going to leave it to this. So now let's start to look. These cards will look a little bit. Generative shift will be advice. Planet is Jupiter. Yes, very again Sagittarius. Sagittarius ruling planet is Jupiter. Jupiter is completely changing sign tomorrow to Cancer. And here we have learn to teach, spiritual, mental, be positive about, physical, grow and expand. Very expansive energy here. Okay, so this could be some devilish teacher, teaching energy. And then we have a self-love and angel card is cooperation instead of competition. This angel card, what's yours is yours and no one can take it from you. There's no need to compete as there's an abundance for all. I mean, this kind of abundant thing is Jupiter thing too. Abundance just is. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share it with others. With cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything. Yes, understand that it's good to have this kind of other people around, even there's this self-love. It starts everything from there, but let's see what's happening here. But you have a really Jupiter energy for sure in this pile. Temperance number, even this is also to Sagittarius. Okay, let's see now. So maybe there's some Sagittarius watching. This is for you. We are using erotic fantasy tarot to do this Art of Alchemy. So now the shadow. Nicredo, decomposition, seeing into the compost, the first step of alchemy. What is to be broken down to its parts? What is here in this darkness? What is this thing that you need to confront? Then, another deck comes there. It's the moon. Which part are essential here in this compost to see what is the even treasure you can find. Then we have this deck. Third step of alchemy, what I need to bring to the consciousness, what needs to be illuminated. This is temperance, this is totally the angel position here. Temperance, and then here we have the light. Let's use this crystal here. Final step, culmination. What is the final product? What is the creative work, its influence in your life? File number 3. Okay, I need to take a second card for some reason, I don't know. First. Okay, 6 of Cups in your devil position. That is the darkness. Okay, something happened in the past. So this is... You need to confront something that happened in your past. Look back. What is this Aussie song? Morning Glory? I don't know. Anyway, let's see the text from this book a little bit more. 6 of Cups. This will be very Scorpio energy also. You have to go deep. If you have a compost, you have to look in the bottom of the compost. What is this kind of bone there? It's like ancestor or what is there? Hope and memory. The world and the other side of the fence. experience and sensations you would like to feel again. Keep your memories alive and build hope for the future. Okay, something indeed that happened in the past that's kind of bothering you. Just address, put light to it to kind of like let it go. Then we have the second step of alchemy. Now we are looking deeper, and there is Two of Wands. What is this games played here? This is Mars in Aries, usually, I think it meaning. It's travel bans, but in this card, interesting that this is like somebody is having game night. Ever is this darkness here too? Player energy. We are starting to understand. We are gonna understand, but where did I put that now? Really moving things a little bit too fast. Maybe we don't have to read the booklet. Maybe we are just interpreting it. I would have liked to see it. But I think I don't know where I put it. Here. Oy, oy, oy. So what is purpose card? Because funds are always passion and purpose, and here is all games. So much gentleman club. Concentration, in-depth analysis, need to look within, brief separation. How is this can be Two of Wands? Yeah. Maybe somebody's really analyzing how the other person is playing. You are having some kind of a competition thing in the work or whatever is this thing, like you are like looking how the other person is doing the moves, like a poker game. Interesting. So that is the next alchemy step, and this could be essential parts, what treasures you can find. Maybe the tactics that people use. You are observing, you are learning. But interesting, there is this. Okay. Now we see the third one. Now we have the Temperance Angel light actually coming here, and that is Page of Pentacle. This kind of no. Is this this is page? Yeah, it's looking like it could be even the knight, but it's page. Usually meaning investment of something new, being really like curious, but this would be a little bit like standoffish. But that's the light in this kind of warrior. You have to bring to your consciousness what needs to be illuminated. Pentacle is always like many year. You can invest to something, but this is kind of young energy. Curiosity and interest, the wandering warrior. No, is this? Am I going? Yeah, the wandering warrior. The love for what is new and unknown keeps your desire alive. Gain greater understanding, put your talents at the service of curiosity. That's a light. To be curious, it's the light. Learning something. Learn or teach. It's in the same corners. It's good to be curious, okay? And this could be, this Othala is landing here too. It's like what you got like a lot of experience that then gives possibly like a ability to teach even. And then we have the light, last final step of alchemy. What's the final product? We have got 2. Wow, we got 7. This is a chariot. Wow, it's a beautiful heart here. And we got, we got 6 and 7. We have the both, but in this order, 76. Move and love. So chariot and the lovers. Gemini season here. What a nice end result here. Things are really moving. Things are possible even, let's say. But I think now, before we go into reading this, I was going all time reading this. We didn't read exactly the material in the cauldron, and I start to wonder that now, like I have to give that little text to you because maybe it's hard to understand all this. But the sun splendor is really like a summer energy with the Gemini energy here also. Same, this is 7 is connected to the Cancer, so this would be Cancer and Gemini. Could be people, but this is summer, of course, June and July. So something about that is very much alive, this summer energy. It's in the center of the cauldron, also the sun splendor. Quicksilver. This is 20. What is it? This reading is already almost 2 hours, but soon, I was saying, indeed, when 2 hours is up, I'm pretty sure I'll make soon the questions from the audience. Here we are gonna look now this material in the cauldron to transform. Okay, I couldn't find it. Where is it again? Here. So, slippery mobile mercury. Part liquid and part metal, quicksilver, also known as mercury, is a mesmerizing material. Its gift is to slip between worlds. It cannot be pinned down or easily defined. Mercury came to symbolize the god Hermes and the great hermetic secrets of alchemy, always sliding away into secrecy, just beyond the alchemist's grasp. It is said Mercury represents the transition between the physical and the unseen worlds, between life and death, between science and esoteric. It is the metal of sacred thresholds. Shamanic practitioners of every tradition must acquire the ability to stand at the doorway between worlds. This is no small feat. The Mercury card indicates the querent has a particular gift for such task. This is the work of the shaman, teacher, sage, artist, and alchemist. Heed the call of quicksilver, the sacred threshold requires your attendance. Wow. So this is telling about this teacher energy. It's also here. So you are indeed, this is almost 10. 9 is almost coming end of the project. You are indeed stepping in the end of something. This would be looking on the other side. You are already looking on somewhere where you're going. That is here clearly. The dark thing is a little bit this kind of game rooms. You end up playing some games, making some tactics, but this is part of your purpose. Somehow you have to make those kind of plans, how you play the game of life or something. We have this sun splendor at the center, and I think this is very good, expansive energy to focus. It's almost like this is tomorrow, Monday, when Jupiter moves to Cancer. I mean, this is kind of the energy. It's really prosperous times. It's aligned with this Jupiter all together here. And there is even this written general shift. Some shift is happening possibly. You are giving heads up. So this is also in the cauldron, in this alchemy process, the health and abundance. Okay, that's very aligned with Jupiter energy again. To understand how abundant can be. It's also here to cooperate and not to think that you have nothing. You have a lot to give. Revel in the glory of splendor solis. There are several cards in alchemy deck that relate to the sun, yet this card specifically depicts the long-term effects of its radiance. Think abundance, fulfillment, and altruism. Envision celebration and collaboration, but is it possible? In our complex world, the sun splendor says yes, and day and one ray at a time. When splendor solis arrives in the laboratory, the alchemist realizes that the kindness and generosity are the secret ingredients. All other parts fall away. Through giving back to others and the world, we become more like the sun itself, radiant light and expecting nothing in return. Don't know where to start, thank someone. Then thank another person. Soon the alchemist finds they are not alone in their laboratory and miracles arrive both small and large. And yes, it's connected to divine masculine also, which is totally this kind of chariot energy also, very masculine energy. Here we have both lovers. Okay, third one is the oil of vitriol, still this kind of lion roaring here. What is that gonna be? It's 5. Yes. Sometimes I wish I would do less demanding readings, but this can be entertaining eventually. These are timeless readings meant to serve. When you pick a pile, you pick it with the intuition that this is for you then. This could be even in the future somebody's looking at this. But now it's the time to hear this. Acidity, resentment, purification. When the green lion appears, a great alchemical reckoning is at foot. Long-standing frustration and imbalance cause this regal creature to lash out unconsciously, consuming all in its path. Be prepared for emotional turmoil as the lion thrashes about. Don't worry, these changes are necessary for growth and in the end will be a relief to all. Purification is the lion's aim and it's determined to get there one way or another. When this card appears, the question must be asked, am I the green lion or the sun? The one consuming or the one being consumed? It is said that finding oneself in the mouth of the lion is a necessary moment on any spiritual path. As the discomfort passes, the sun's beams shine all the brighter. And change as the only constant. Yes, things are changing. That's clearly here. Some things in this this time can be changing. But this is the result of this alchemy. It's very beautiful, very beautiful. Of course, talk about Gemini season even now, and then the Cancer season. This whole summer thing. It's here. Move. I read it whether it came. First, the Chariot. Act, direct, master, discipline, focus, and effort. And this is even the cover of the whole thing. Now is the time to be proactive regarding matters of the heart. If you are looking for a relationship, take the initiative to find one. Take advantage of the many ways to meet your soulmate. This card is about action, action, action. If your current relationship is not moving in the direction you wish, do whatever is required to shift the direction. You are the master of your own destiny, and that includes your relationships. Don't wait for others to make the first move or set the tone of the relationship. Take charge. It's a long text because these are major arcana cards, like a life path, but this is now for your final step of alchemy, is to be this kind of action hero. Creating and sustaining a good relationship requires discipline. It's not enough to be in a relationship, you must invest in it as well. Be present in and focus on the relationship. Give every relationship the opportunity and time that it needs and deserves to flourish and grow. Now is the time to focus on your needs and the needs of your partner. Make the effort to maintain healthy boundaries for yourself and to respect the boundaries of others. While rewarding relationships require effort, there must be a balanced effort from both partners. Perhaps it's time to examine your relationships. Are both partners putting forth equal effort to make the relationship work? Are you comfortable with the amount of effort your relationships require of you? If any relationship feels draining or it's not worth effort, then perhaps it's time to move on. I take charge of my relationships, is the affirmation here. Then we have also lovers. It's really relationship focused end result of this alchemy. So that's totally love. Relate, choose, harmonize, romance, creativity, reconciliation. Take some time to examine your relationship with others as well as yourself. Are you coming from a place of love? It's important to empathize, remain non-judgmental and love people for who they are. The same applies to your relationship with yourself. There is an opportunity now to bring your being into a harmonious whole. That was also here, self-love. You need that also. Forgive your faults and rejoice in your perfect uniqueness. It may also be time to examine the choices you make regarding matters of the heart. Are you choosing to have people in your life who support and empower you? Surround yourself only with those who encourage and sustain you and who push or guide you to be all that you truly can be. This will help you value yourself and raise your vibration to that of unconditional love. There may also be an opportunity for a new romance, for improving an existing romance, or for healing a disharmonious relationship. Seize this energy and take action. If you are looking for a new romance, make yourself available and be open. See it and feel it in your life right now. This will raise your vibration and attract that new love to you. If you're looking to improve an existing romance, then maybe it's time to be creative. A weekend getaway, a romantic dinner, or simply telling the person how much you love and appreciate them. To heal a disharmonious relationship, open a dialogue. Let the person know that you value the relationship and want to improve it. I honor myself as well as others by acting from a place of love. Very love result here, but let me have a little verifying things. First of all, we looked at emotional landscape. Now we have seen a lot here, but let's see a little bit more. What is here to see? We have a magnetic. There's some kind of magnetism in place. Romantic. Hot love. And I have plans for us. So this is important. Oh, there is one more card jumped. Passionate. Okay. It's very promising. It's also this energy of the crystal is like don't become a martyr and people pleaser, but enjoy your own talents and creative expression. Sexuality is also kind of part of it. Be enjoying what you do, and being passionate is good. It's good. One energy is also passion energy. Very expansive energy here as well, but now let's not forget to read this. Generate shifts phase into a new dynamic. Where did I put the book again? Sometimes I put things aside and I don't know where I put them. Here is this. Here. Okay. So part 3, this is your message for the Art of Alchemy. Just as the moon has many phases, so does your life. The opportunity to create changes in your life is upon you. Determine what you would like to improve. Remaining passive with the usual routine will no longer suffice. Do a self-assessment and figure out where you would like to make alterations. Use whatever means will help you clarify what needs to shift. You might just know that you want to alter some of your behaviors. If you need help pinpointing your desires, write down what you like about yourself and your life and where you would like to make progress. Change is inevitable, but this does not mean you are letting go of your identity or the positive qualities of who you are. Your attributes have brought you to where you are in this moment. Aspects of yourself that may not be so complementary have played a role in your life. Consider using the moon cycles to take inventory of your goals and intentions. The new moon is an excellent time for new objectives or to start new projects. Sit in meditation at the new moon. That's the next one now, it's full moon. And ask your heart what you long to create or achieve. It might be a good time to dust off your goals and reassess them. During the full moon, like that's now, take inventory, clear clutter or distractions, and realign with your goals. Goddess Hina hair sparkles from star glow and moonlight. Stars pertain to divine guidance and enlightenment. She appears to be dreaming of her ideal life. Nothing in your life will change unless you take steps towards your transformation. Let's have a little story from Hawaii still here. Hina's full name is Hinaika Malama, which means Hina in the moon. Hina is the Hawaiian goddess of fish, reefs, the moon, and beauty. She is the mother of the demigod Maui. There are many stories and versions of Hina in Polynesian lore. The most widely accepted is of Hina trying to escape a loveless marriage. She worked day and day out, making kapa, the bark cloth used for clothing and bedding. Hina grew weary of working so hard day after day and decided to pack her belongings, which included a prized gourd. Hina found a rainbow and climbed it to the sun. Of course, the sun was not habitable, so she returned to her home. Later that night, as the full moon rose, she found a large ladder and climbed it to the moon, where she remains to this day. Moon goddess. Whatever is that all you can take of this? There is definitely romance in the air. Maybe I little bit verify something here. What could be this? This final result of the alchemy was this, like what is going on here? Final product is happening. Oh wow, it's a seed. So it's a beautiful, beautiful new beginning that is here. Love and the seed is like a beginning of a new like a thing you're investing in. This was already in the same line kind of here. It's kind of page energy of that. This is the ace. If magician works with aces, you got here in the final alchemy position the ace of pentacle. Like a big, like a investment, something new. Possible this relationship also. You're giving it a go. You are investing, possible even money in it. So that's it. There is some valuable thing here. It's looking at me like a diamond. So that's it, I think. What else I can say? Now I think if my audience have fall asleep, is anybody there? I'm going to clean here a little bit. While I do so, you could ask me a question. Is there anybody, like last time I gave like a general Gemini birthday reading, because there was nobody asking any question. I thought it was nice to highlight the fact that we are in the Gemini season. It's my season. But now, who is wanting to be a test rabbit asking questions? Could do some. Even if you want to have, where did I put my mannequin P cards? Yes. If you want to have already pre-thing to know about this mannequin P, we could pull like a wild card about that, because interesting to see this kind of devilish mannequin P, what's going on. I'm gonna do that for all the star signs tomorrow. Everybody gonna get their own mannequin P. I'm gonna see from there. Okay, my crystal back is here. Where is the other crystal? Is they all here? I put the... Oh my god, there's so much mess now. I think one crystal is missing. Let's count these crystals. I have a feeling I didn't put everything in this bag. So something is missing. Which one? No. 2. Okay, let's take this as a this is missing. And the solar. Is anybody asking a question now? You could ask me a question. I'm just reminding you again because soon I'm gonna stop if nobody asks, but I'm gonna still look for the lost crystal. Do I have a solar plexus here? Don't know where it is. Okay. Yeah, nowhere to be found. There is missing a solar plexus here. I can't see it. Okay. Here is one. Can replace it. Okay. So here we have. Is anybody wanting to ask a question? Now, if you're new here, if you have not subscribed yet, thanks for doing this. If you do it, I'm gonna still do these readings, Divine Comedy reading, until 22nd of June. And then I will have a break until September because I'm on holiday and I'm not in this room with my decks. But I will have time to figure out what kind of readings I'll make because the Divine Comedy ends, this whole book ends 22nd of June for the midsummer. So there will be something new. I have to take time out, let's say. But now we have this full moon reading still. So definitely you find me tomorrow and Tuesday. But now, natural of this pickable reading has always been that I let anybody, any star sign, ask a question. So you could ask any question. But if you don't ask a question, we see tomorrow, 2 o'clock Central European time. Then I start with Aries. And I go every hour forward. And I do this Temperance, the Art of Alchemy, Sagittarius full moon reading for every star sign. So maybe nobody wanna know anything. So thank you for seeing this. Thank you for being here. If you like this reading, give me a like because it always helps my channel. It would be nice to arrive to the 2,000 subscribers. This was my goal this year, but we have very few days to get it. But if that would happen, that would be amazing. But anyway, thanks for being here as a live audience. And see you next Sunday for Divine Comedy, but tomorrow for the star sign, first 6 star signs. Okay, bye.